In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on July 21st, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Kansas City Royals versus Chicago Cubs. The Kansas City Royals, with a 48-52 record and a 39-60-1 mark on over-unders, are gearing up to face the Chicago Cubs, sitting at 59-39 with 49-43-7 on totals in Monday night's opener of their 3-game interleague matchup. Digging into the away and home splits for these starters all year, both guys are holding their own strong, so it pretty much evens out there. But when it comes to cashing in with runners ready to score, that's where these teams split big time. The Royals rank dead last at 29th with a measly .638 OPS in those spots, while the Cubs are flying high in second place league-wide at .809. Over their last 24 games, the offenses couldn't be more different, with Kansas City scraping by at 3.5 runs a pop and Chicago pouring it on at 5.08 per game. The Cubs have been owning this rivalry lately too, taking 4 out of the past 5 against the Royals. As our first pick for this matchup, the Chicago Cubs money line is our full game side pick. This shapes up as a solid bet on the under. Even without knowing the exact starters, you might think this screams over based on surface stuff, but the patterns and arms involved say otherwise. Kansas City hasn't announced their guy yet, but their whole relief crew is locked in, ranking 2nd overall in team earned run average. Yeah, they're tops in that department, yet stuck 4th in the American League Central, which just shows how much their bats have been dragging them down more than the pitching. The Cubs sit 11th in team earned run average and have been stingy, letting in just 2 runs total over their last 3 outings against tough crews like the Yankees and Red Sox. Chicago's gone under in 7 of their past 8, and that'll hold true again tonight. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. St. Louis Cardinals versus Colorado Rockies. The St. Louis Cardinals are heading out to Coors Field up in Denver, Colorado, to kick off their series against the Colorado Rockies. The Rockies have been getting crushed as home underdogs this year, sitting at just 11 wins against 36 losses in those spots. On the flip side, the Cardinals have been dominant as road favorites in their recent matchups with the Rockies, going 4-1 over the last 5. Colorado's bats are already in a rough spot, and things look even worse with Austin Gomber on the mound. He's had a tough time against St. Louis in the past, posting a bloated 6.67 earned run average across his 6 outings facing them. The Cardinals are itching for a solid rebound after dropping a bunch of games lately, and taking on the Rockies gives them a prime shot to turn things around and snag a series victory. As our first pick for this matchup, the St. Louis Cardinals money line is our full game side pick. St. Louis has been leaning heavy toward the over lately, with a 7-2-1 record on totals in their past 10 games. Both teams' offenses have been shaky all season, and that's been even more obvious in their recent outings. Still, that sets up a scenario where we might see more scoring than usual from each side, particularly the Cardinals, who always seem to find their groove when they square off against Colorado in these latest head-to-heads. Expect the Cardinals to drive most of the runs here, but with a little push from the Rockies' bats, the final score should climb past the posted total without much trouble. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Houston Astros versus Arizona Diamondbacks. The Houston Astros are set to face off against the Arizona Diamondbacks on Monday in some MLB action right out of Chase Field. Back when these two squared off last season, Houston came out on top in 2 out of 3 games on their home turf. Coming out of the All-Star break, these clubs couldn't have been more different in how they started. The Diamondbacks, who stumbled to just 4-8 before the pause, have hit the ground running with real fire. They've clawed their way to even at home with a 25-25 record this year, leaning on sharp bats and solid arms to grab their first couple of wins in this second half. With Gallen taking the mound, that should tip things in their favor for this one. The righty dealt with some bumps in the first half, but I'm betting he kicks off the back half strong, just like his teammates have. He hasn't gotten many chances to pitch at Chase Field lately, but in his most recent outing, he let up only one earned run while fanning a season-best 10/7 innings. Sure, Houston brings a tough lineup, but they dial it back a bit when they're away from home. Their guy Gordon's posted a 4.5 earned run average across 4 road starts, and hitters are tagging him at .329 in those spots. Look for the Diamondbacks to jump on openings right from the start. As our first pick for this matchup, the Arizona Diamondbacks money line is our full game side pick. Both starters have had their share of rough patches this year. The Diamondbacks ought to keep runners crossing the plate against Colton Gordon, who's given up 28 runs over 52 innings on the mound, especially with guys like Ketel Marte, Eugenio Suarez, and the whole lineup connecting well and stringing together quality at-bats. Flip it around, and the Astros should pile on against Zach Gallen, who's surrendered 74 runs in 115 innings pitched, thanks to Jeremy Pena, Isaac Paredes, and the rest of the order going deep and smashing balls to rack up laps around the bases without much pushback. All signs point to a bunch of runs piling up, with each side's hitters rising to the occasion. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Milwaukee Brewers versus Seattle Mariners. The Milwaukee Brewers are heading over to take on the Seattle Mariners on Monday, July 21st, right there at T-Mobile Park for the start of their series. Brandon Woodruff's only stepping up for his third start this year, and that makes me a tad uneasy. You can see some gaps in the relief arms too. The Brewers sit at 18th overall with a 3.99 earned run average from their bullpen, while the Mariners hold down 13th spot with a 3.88 mark for their relievers so far. Looking at how the bats have been firing over the past 15 days, there's a clear split, with Milwaukee putting up 6.6 runs each game and Seattle clocking in at 5.6 on average. As our first pick for this matchup, the Seattle Mariners money line is our full game side pick. Over the last 30 days, these squads have been among the hottest lineups out there. The Brewers rank 7th league-wide with a .771 team OPS in that stretch, and the Mariners are right up at 5th with .797. Each side's been solid when it counts, with guys in scoring spots too, as Milwaukee comes in 9th at .762 OPS with runners ready to come home, and Seattle ties the Cincinnati Reds for 19th with a .722 OPS in those key situations. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Minnesota Twins versus Los Angeles Dodgers. The Twins are gearing up to take on the Dodgers out in Los Angeles come Monday. I'd be tempted to bet against the Dodgers at these odds, given how they've been dropping games left and right and costing bettors a fortune, but the Twins with Festa on the mound just don't get me excited. Festa's sitting with a 5.25 earned run average and 1.31 WHIP for the year, and his road numbers are even uglier at 6.63 earned run average over 19 innings. Ohtani's been stretching out his starts more, giving up just 1 run across 9 innings total. Plus, the Dodgers have way too much talent to keep stacking losses like this much longer. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Dodgers money line is our full game side pick. Both squads have been rough against right-handers this month. Minnesota's at 85 WRC+, Los Angeles at 71, but I've got more trust in the Dodgers' bats to show up. Like I said, Ohtani should give the Twins fits for a few innings at least, so don't count on a ton of runs flying around. If David Festa starts slipping early, the Twins won't think twice about yanking him for the pen. 5 of the Dodgers' past 8 home games have wrapped up with 9 runs or less on the board. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.